Hello everyone. God, it must be about 4 or 5 days since my last video. Been quite busy, work and other bits and bobs, but I've also taken a bit of a break from playing to actually do a bit of painting as well. So what I'll do, I'll let you know how far I've got with chapter 4, because I have started chapter 4 now. But before I do that, I'll just quickly show you how I got on with the painting really. Just to give you a few points if you're thinking about painting as well. I mean, first of all, the war bear. The war bear, he is like a polar bear. It looks like a white war bear. I did think, oh, my cat's jumped up again. I watched the Games Workshop video about how to do white lion fur. So it's sort of like a bit of a sandry dust undercoat with white on top. So I've done my war bear like that. Apart from that, I kept the armour similar to what it looks like in the drawing there, in the picture. And I'm pretty happy with him actually. I'm quite happy with him in the end. He's got his sort of spikes on his blue cloth there as well. And I just got some Games Workshop tufts of grass that I put on the base. The basis I kept simple. It's a green paint followed by a green wash. And then I've put some tufts of grass on as well, just to give it that sort of deep wood look, really. So yeah, happy with the war bear. The next one's the witch. Now, I mean, I haven't got the art book, but I don't know if the art book shows you more anyway of what she looks like. I'm not too sure. But again, you can't see her colours particularly well. She's got like a red shawl, and it looks like purpley or bluey clothes or dark clothes underneath that. And her figure's a little bit different. Obviously, she's got a hood up and she's got long sleeves as well. So I have done her quite colourful, sort of purple leggings, pinky reddy top, a red shawl and a blue cloak as well. So I have made her quite colourful, maybe more colourful than a lot of people will paint. I'm probably going for that sort of gypsy fortune teller type look really. But I'm happy with her. I'm really happy with her colours now, how she's come up. I didn't want to do her sort of too dark. You know, I sort of see her as this sort of exciting, magical, you know, creating spells and fireballs and quite a flamboyant type character. So I've kind of painted her like that as well, really, to give her a bit of kapow. The Penitent, I was really happy with. To begin with, I struggled a bit. I mean, if you look at his picture, he's got all this sort of writing on the paper all over him as well. So the Penitent I was happy with. I managed to do a bit of the writing there. His armour came up quite well. I didn't know whether his legs, to make his legs a bit brighter silver really. The shield, for the first time I used Riser Rust from Citadel. Just to give it it's a big old battered shield, rusty shield, sort of give it that look. I love his mace. His mace is really cool. But yeah, again, I'm really happy with how he's turned up now as well. Got sort of fur on the back too, so really good. And it's just worth looking. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I've only been painting like a year and a half maybe, and I just watch videos and copy what they do in the videos. But it makes such a difference when you look at them unpainted. So I would just say give it a go. There's loads of videos out there you can copy, get a few paints. You know, what's the worst that can happen really? But yeah, I mean, unpainted, brilliant, but they just get that extra sort of kapow when you paint them really. It looks really good. And the last one, the Heartbringer, again, his sort of picture is like in a purple light, so you can't really tell too well what colours his clothes actually are. I looked at what like the official painting tutorial online. So yeah, he's got this blue feathers that I've sort of highlighted a bit, his gold armour and his big purple cloak. I could probably highlight the cloak a lot more actually, but he was the last one I did. I kind of wanted to get playing again really. I was getting a bit impatient. But yeah, really happy with him as well. So Heartbringer is looking really good. And he's my kind of de facto leader now, I decided. I do like him, like you know. And then I did a couple of the man-at-arms. There's the one, probably my favourite one. He's got the sort of the club and the axe. Looks like he means business, ready for action. And there's the pikeman or the pike lady. Blonde lady there, ready to stick something with that pike. Excellent. So yeah, really good. I've just done 2 of the man-at-arms at the moment, but I'm happy with them as well. Right, chapter 4. Okay, I've only done the story mode. Now I'm using the iOS app, which only goes up to chapter 3. So this was the first chapter where I've had to use the actual storybooks, the chapter storybooks. And I mean, I don't know. This might be the first chapter that uses the journal. I'm not too sure. So it was a bit different. You are sort of thumbing between the books and also the journal book. It feels a little bit more like you're having to do a bit more admin, I suppose. Whereas the app, you don't use these books. The app will just tell you what you need to know. Do you know what I mean? You're not flicking through pages. It makes it a much more seamless experience. So story, absolutely brilliant story again, very different. The mechanics of this story mode work differently to previous story modes without giving too much away. Sort of minor spoiler, you don't use the maps for this, you use something else. That's all I'm going to say. And to be honest, it's probably the first chapter where if you're going to use the app, you would want to use the app as well. So it's a bit of a shame you haven't got it yet, but I'm sure it's coming soon, so that's not a problem. But yeah, really enjoyed the story mode. I have got to the encounter. Obviously, there's no spoilers here, so don't worry. I looked at the setup page because I've got to the setup page in the encounter book for chapter 4. Now, when the Kickstarter started, God knows how long ago that was. I looked. There's a link, a spoiler link, where you can click on, and you can look at the models you get for some of the villains and so on. I'm excited about chapter 4 because when I saw the models for them, I thought, oh, I can't wait to do that one, and it's chapter 4, so I'm really excited about that. Hopefully, I'll get to do that this weekend, and I'll give a quick update. I have been ambushed, so whenever you go into an encounter, you either go in fine or you go in this sort of ambushed mode, and unfortunately, I have been ambushed. My Oathsworn, I think they're all down to 4 hit points each going into it as well, so I am up against it. However, I've had loads of good advice from people about the cards and the strategies and how to do that, so I'm really looking forward to it. They're all painted as well, so I'm going to be extra careful and try extra hard because I've got a nice painted free company now as well. So yeah, so I'm up against it. I'm ambushed, all down to 4 hit points against an enemy that I'm very looking forward to playing against. But I've got my new strategies. I know how I'm going to play people. Everyone says keep using the battle cards, keep battle flowing the defense cards. Sorry. So when you get attacked, use your cards for defense, and they battle flow the other cards back to you, which is a really good piece of advice. I think I know how to use the Witch quite well now, and the Heartbringer, who are going to be like my support people. And I've got the Penitent, the Big Bash Penitent, and the Big Bash Warbear, who are going to go in up close and personal and get the business done, I reckon. Fingers crossed. So I'm up against it, but can I do the encounter at the first attempt? Fingers crossed. Let's see how this goes. Okay, thanks guys.